Hi y'all, it's Carrie Shepherd, business mentor for women entrepreneurs. I have a question for you. Have you ever received criticism in your business? Maybe it was a comment on a blog post or a comment on a video, or maybe even somebody wrote you an email to talk to you about something they didn't like in your business. Well, I've experienced this as well, and that's why today I want to talk to you about how you can deal with criticism in your business. And I want to start out by telling you just a really quick story. So last year when I opened my business, I started blogging and I started a newsletter and a Facebook page and all the normal things and started creating content that I thought was great. And I was just starting out, so I didn't have a virtual assistant. I didn't have any copywriters on my team. It was just me. And I was proud of what I put out. And of course I was a little bit scared, but I knew I had something big to do in the world. And so that is what kept fueling me to move forward. But one day, actually I should say one evening, an acquaintance of mine on Facebook sent me a message. And it wasn't very nice. You know, she said, I've read some of your things and I don't understand how you can put them out there with spelling and grammatical errors. And she went on to say a few other things, and wow, it stung. It really hurt me because I thought, and I was, up to big things, and I was making this difference and sharing this information. And then for someone not to like it, and not even to not like it, but to really be kind of angry about it, it really hurt. And so I slept on it. I didn't reply right away, which is definitely a tip I want to give you. Don't reply right away to criticism. And I just wrote her back and I thanked her. You know, I said, thank you very much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. You know, if there's anything further that you can share with me to help me grow, I would really appreciate it. And so I feel like I handled that really well, but it's not always that easy. And a lot of times this criticism is done in a public forum. And so, you know, it's really important that you sit back, you think about where this criticism is coming from before you react. And so my first tip for you is to decide if the criticism is true or not true. And what do I mean by this? So in this case, the girl was probably true. I probably did have spelling mistakes. I probably did have grammatical errors. And so it didn't make me mad in that sense because I knew it was something that I could improve upon. But there's going to be times that people criticize you and it's not true. And so you have a decision to make. You can either reply to that criticism and try to communicate or figure out where that person's coming from, or you can delete it and move on. And I believe in the cases where it's not true, deleting and moving on is the best case scenario. But when a criticism is true, and if it's done in a professional way or in maybe a kind way, I like to kind of dig in and see if there's anything more that I can learn from it. So that's the first tip, is to decide if the criticism is true or not true. My second tip for you is to really dig back into your why and realize that you're up to something big and not everybody's going to like you. It's just the plain facts. And if you can continue to remind yourself about that when you receive that criticism, it's really going to help fuel you to your bigger picture. And so that's why I talk so much about being really ingrained in what your why is, because there's so many curves in the road and trials and tribulations and criticism that's going to come up along the way. And if you allow one negative comment or one piece of criticism to veer you off in the wrong direction, you're never going to succeed and you're never going to get to where you're going. So really realize that you're up to something big and you've ruffled somebody's feathers by what you're doing, and that's not a bad thing. And then tip number 3 I want to give you is to focus on the positivity and growth. And so again, focusing on what other people need in you, focusing on the fact that you're going to have haters. And like Taylor Swift says, haters going to hate, and you just got to shake it off. So whatever that takes for you to shake it off, maybe you have a folder of good notes that people have written you, love notes or notes of appreciation or testimonials that you can go back to and remind yourself of the difference that you've made for other people. And those are the people that you want to focus on. Stop focusing on the negative. Don't allow that criticism to get you down. And, you know, just know that you're up to something big and that you just need to be yourself, stay laser focused on going forward. And I just want to leave you with this quote from Aristotle. Criticism is something you can easily avoid by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. I think that's very profound. So just know that you're going to receive criticism out there, but don't let it get you down. Keep moving towards your purpose, keep ingrained in your why, and focus on those people you're making a difference for. So I'd love it if you thought that this video made a difference for you. I'd love it if you'd share it with others. Like it on YouTube, make a comment, and let me know how you deal with criticism. I'd love to hear from you. And hop on over to carrieshepherd.com and sign up for my newsletters and VIP list, where I share more tips and tools on how to succeed in your business. God bless and have a beautiful day. Bye for now.